o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 8, So
And you got to placate the coasts and stuff. Not everybody's.
Oh, are they in Florida playing?
no, they're in Gamble. No, UConn.
Oh, they're
because
here.
They're high ranked.
Okay, we're live.
They're in Gamble, and then they'll move.
We're live.
Okay, John, we are live, John. So Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the update from Councilman Gale on the UConn women's playing tonight, if you caught us. So thank you, Councilman Gale, for that update. And Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the public hearing for March 21st. The meeting is being held virtually. It's being broadcast through HPA-TV and Comcast TV, channel 96, and on Frontier channel 6032. Also, the public hearing can also be streamed on hpa-tv.org and hpa-tv.facebook. So I had to tell everyone that, so in case you missed the public hearing, you can always go back and watch it. So tonight we have one item on the agenda. But before I tell you what item we have on the agenda, we have with us, my name is Councilwoman Surgeon, and I'm the chair of this tonight's public hearing. And I have with me Councilwoman Marilyn Rossetti and Councilman John Gale and Councilman Nick LeBron, who are all members of the public hearing committee tonight. Again, we only have one item on the agenda, and that is a resolution from Mayor Bronin authorizing the transfer of 8 city-owned properties to the Hartford Land Bank. And this is what we must do when we're transferring properties from one element of the city, that we must have a public hearing. And good evening, Councilman LeBron. And we must also have input from the community. So a little house cleaning for everyone who's going to be testifying tonight. The public hearing, of course, is conducted in accordance with our procedure. Each person wishing to address the council or the committee shall, upon recognition of the presiding officer, give his or her name, her address, and if she represents a group, shall in addition state for the record the name and the address of said group or organization, and shall limit his or her comments to no more than 5 minutes. And Councilman Gales, who always in the past has volunteered to keep our time clock on this. All remarks are going to be addressed to the council body and members of the council. Any person making personal, impertinent, or slanderous remarks, or who becomes boisterous while addressing the council shall be forthwith barred by the presiding officer for further audience attendance at meeting unless permission to remain is granted by 2/3 votes of the council members present and voting. During the public hearing, there shall be no debate by council, although questions may be asked by the council of the person making such presentation. The presiding officer will ask what you're going to be speaking on. Are you going to be in favor of the resolution that's on the agenda, or are you going to speaking against the resolution on the agenda? And again, the only item we have on the agenda is a resolution from Mayor Bronin authorizing the transfer of 8 city-owned properties to the Hartford Land Bank. Now, we had also sent out invitation to anyone who wants to speak on this. At this moment, we have no one who have signed up to speak on this issue, but we will give everyone about 5 minutes. We also joined by Councilwoman Hercules, who's also a member of the Public Hearing Committee tonight. Seeing that we have no one signed up, we are going to give another 5 minutes. It's 7:04. We know technology is sometimes can play with us a little bit. So we're going to give anyone who wants to speak on the issue, even though they have not signed up, until 7:10. After that, we will call the public hearing committee to a close. So do we sit and just be quiet, or do we talk to ourselves? And
Well, I'll use this time to correct my earlier statement. Nikisha Sales is not the head coach, but she is the assistant coach of University of Central Florida. And they'll be playing UConn women at 9 p.m. tonight at Gamble, out at Stores. So Gino will be facing off against one of his former players, who will be coaching the opposite team. And as I mentioned, for the benefit of the public, if UConn survives tonight and Princeton survives tonight, then UConn will be playing Princeton in Bridgeport.
Oh,
and
wow.
When they play in Bridgeport, Princeton is coached, their head coach is Carlo Berube, who was a former UConn player for Gino and was on the 1995 team that was the first UConn team to win the Final Four in 1995. So a lot of history there between coaches. A lot of fun coming up over the next, tonight and then next weekend and the following weekend. Hopefully, because hopefully we're still in it all the way.
So tonight, John, so if we win tonight, we play next week.
If we win tonight, we play next week. Correct.
Okay. Oh, we're also joined by Councilman Sanchez. Councilman Sanchez, welcome to the March 21st public hearing. We had no one signed up to speak, but just in case, technology, how things can be on and off, we're going to give until about 7:10. If no one cares to join us, at that time, we will end the public hearing for anyone to speak on the 8 properties that is going to be transferred from the city of Hartford to the land bank. But then Councilman Gale decided to give us a little history lesson on the women's basketball from UConn.
Nice.
And that is really nice. What is that, John?
Those are your brackets. So that's the women's bracket. And the country's broken down into 4 sections for the women. They don't go north, south, whatever. They go Greensboro, Wichita, Spokane, and Bridgeport. So Bridgeport is one of the 4 divisions for women's basketball tournament this year. And so that's down in this corner here. And I don't know, it's not focusing in very well.
No, we're not seeing very well. It's not focusing very well.
Hey, Councilman Gale, is that a landline on your wall?
Yeah, that's my, yes, there it is right there.
A landline?
That's my red phone to Putin. That's
oh, okay.
Obviously, you have not made enough calls lately. So.
and the fascinating thing is that my grandkids have no clue as to how to use that baby.
So let me say, John, so Councilman Gale, is that one of these rotary?
It's actually not a rotary.
I was going to say, that's not a rotary phone.
No, because it looks like you put the thing and you go around.
It's a fake rotary phone.
It looks that way, but those are actually push buttons.
Oh, okay.
It fakes you out.
Whoa, that was a long
but
time
that
ago.
And this really blow the kids away.
A clock?
A dial clock. Yeah. I mean, this is difficult to figure out the big hand and the little hand, Everybody's digital.
Yes, exactly. I don't even know if I could read one of those anymore. Yeah, everything is digital now.
I bet
we got old technology in this kitchen. Old people with old technology.
It's not old, John. Okay, I don't like using the word. I don't like using the word.
I tell you what, I'd give up this landline in a heartbeat, but I'm so sentimental. I've had the phone number since 1974.
Wow.
And
nice.
I'm just sentimental to the phone number because there are people that just sort of know it forever,
Just like my license plate is the first license plate I ever had. So whenever I bought a new car, I would make them transfer the plate.
Talking about transferring plates. So I had to pick up another vehicle because my first one kind of, is a little damaged. I transferred my plate, and my plate's not that old, and I paid for the environmental fees and all these other fees on that plate, right? And when I transferred it, can you believe they charged me again for the same fees at DMV? I don't think I think there's an issue here. Oh yeah, I'm serious. I mean, I'm happy I was able to afford it, but I actually paid the full amount.
You got to pay the state employees. Come on.
Is it a vanity plate? That's
no, it's just a regular plate, and you have
What
these
did
extra
they
surcharges.
soon to be ending state employee just say?
So, we have to charge the fees, Councilman Sanchez. You do as a union member, you know what it,
I agree. I agree, but you can't charge folks the same fee on the same plate that you've already paid on.
Yeah, but maybe that expired, Councilman Sanchez.
No, it was just a simple transfer.
And so maybe the term expired.
I'm going to call the commissioner on this one. Can you imagine? I mean, we have a lot of folks can't afford to, pay those fees simply to transfer a plate.
As much as I enjoy our conversation, to pass the time, it's 10 minutes past 7. And so seeing that we had no one joining us to talk on this motion, I will call the public hearing to a close.
Thank you.
So good night, everyone. Stay well.
Go UConn.
Go UConn.
All right, go UConn.
UConn women.
Okay, and women.
UConn women, right? Go women.
All right, good night, everyone.
Good night.